Good morning, everybody. I actually sent my book off to the proofreader last night. I think I mentioned in my last video, I do actually do all my own editing, but I do get other people to look over things as well. So I have a couple of like beta readers that do some line editing for me. Like, I always try to get as many people as I can look over it, especially in the proof stage, because I mean, as many times as I go over it myself, I'm always going to miss something. It's such a beautiful day here today that I thought I would actually get out and start redoing the veggie patch, because the last few years we've had a lot of, like, we've been through an awful drought, we've had bushfires. The veggie patch just kind of got left and overrun with weeds. So getting back into it. I have a helper. G'day. This is Kit. He's very useful. He doesn't get in the way at all. So basically, this is what the veggie patch looks like right now. You can see it's quite a big space. It's all fenced in. There's the greenhouse over there. That's the compost. We've got an old swing set up with mesh all around it as kind of a trellis. Here's another helper. This is Sal. Hi, Sal. Hi, kiddo. And this is our third helper of the day. This is Reddy. It's also right next to the chooks, so we can either put the chooks in here to scratch it out or lock them out if we don't want them in here. So I'm just starting on this little corner today with my helpers. So basically it's gonna go a patch of corn, that's gonna be a tomato bed, another patch of corn, and those two I've actually just planted potatoes in this morning. I've got Russet Burbank in this one, and I've got Kipfers in this one. And Sally just had to walk across my nicely raked garden bed. I also, and this is very exciting because we bought this about 3 years ago, I finally planted my raspberry. So my hope is that it will grow all up the fence and just kind of trellis up here. It's got some tiny little shoots coming, so hopefully that will grow. As you can see, I've got a few varieties of tomatoes to choose from. I do actually have some more like cherry tomatoes and things, but these bigger ones are gonna go out here. Okay, so we'll just cover these back over gently. And we'll just get a bit of mulch in here as well. He never gets very far away. Here, come on, kiddo. It's very peaceful here, despite how noisy it can be. Hi, Reddy. How you doing? Hello. Hello. There's a little bee crawling up my leg. Hello, little bee. So in one of my previous videos, I answered a few questions that you guys had. I do actually have a question today that I've been asked that I thought I might answer. So Trent wanted to know, I don't have it written down in front of me, so I'm paraphrasing here, but he basically wanted to know sort of how I feel about paperback versus ebooks. And he also mentioned audiobooks too, so I'll just really quickly, if that Guinea Valby's quiet. Thank you. So I'll just really quickly talk about that as well. So how I feel about paperbacks versus ebooks. Obviously ebooks are huge. Ebooks are only growing, more and more people are reading on ebooks. Kindle, iPhone, whatever device you happen to use to read them. So I do read ebooks and I have read ebooks. I do definitely prefer paperback. I am one of the many who I much prefer to have it physically in my hands. I like paper. I like the way paper feels. I like the way it looks. I like the way it smells. We all like the way paper smells. That's why we like books so much. But definitely I do read ebooks, and I think there's definitely a lot of room for growth there still. Like I don't think ebooks are finished. I don't think they're finished at all. But on the same token, I also don't think that paperbacks or hard copies, as it may be, I don't think they'll ever go out. I don't think that it's possible to get rid of something so tangible as a book. There's something magical about holding a book in your actual hand, and I don't think that's ever going to die. As for audiobooks are great, and I have listened to a couple. I'm not big into them, but I've also never really given them much of a shot. I would love to have my own books as audiobooks one day. That's just a lot of time and a lot of expense that I haven't decided to commit to yet, but one day definitely it'll be on the cards, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Audiobooks are great, I suppose, especially if you're traveling, if you're doing like long hours in a vehicle and you don't really have time to actually physically read because you got to watch the road. And that's mostly where I have listened to the few that I have, is if I've got a road trip, I'll be like, oh, what book do I want to listen to? Sometimes it's a little bit more interesting than just listening to the same songs over and over. So yeah, that's answer your question. I definitely prefer paperbacks. Ebooks are great, and audiobooks are something I definitely want to get into in the future. Okay, thanks so much for joining me on this video, guys, and these very excitable helpers. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked seeing the start of the veggie patch being reinvigorated. I hope you like meeting these rats. Reddy is here somewhere. I don't know if you can see him. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.